Measures of center. In the previous topic, we learned how to make general statements about a set of data by reading and interpreting graphs. Other times, we will make statements about the data based on the measures of center and variation that we can calculate. For the rest of this chapter, we will be focusing on these measures, starting with the measures of center. Measures of center vocabulary review. The mean is the average, and it's the sum of the data values divided by the number of items. The median is the middle data value when the values are written in numerical order, and the mode is the data value that occurs the most often. Joey wanted to convince his mom to give him some money for a snack from the concession stand. Below are the prices of the different snacks: $1.75, 75 cents, $1.25, 75 cents, $2.50, $2. What is the mean or average of this data set? All right, step 1, add up all of the numbers. So they all add up to $9. Then divide the sum by the number of items listed. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers added up together. So we take the $9 and we divide by 6 and we get $1.50. That means the mean cost of concession stand snacks is $1.50. What is the median of this data set? Step 1, order the numbers from least to greatest. All right, we did that. Now find the middle value. Well, there's no middle value because there's an even number, but we have these two values right in the middle, and then what we do is we can take a little mini mean, we average the two in the middle, and we get $1.50. So the median cost of concession stand snacks is $1.50. What is the mode of this data set? Step 1, look for the number that appears the most often. 75 cents appears twice, therefore the mode cost of concession stand snacks is 75 cents. How can Joey use this information to ask his mom for money? Well, I would say if he asks his mom for $1.50, he'll probably be able to get a snack. He might even be able to buy 2 of the most common snacks. Use the dot plots to compare the two samples. Time spent texting daily by 7th grade students in minutes. Alright, so we have girls over here and boys over here. We can see that all of the girls text at least 60 minutes a day, but at most 120 minutes a day. The boys, most of them text between 0 to 60 minutes a day, but there's this one guy over here that texts for 120 minutes a day. Find the mean, median, and mode for the sample of girls. Alright, so help us out with this. I'm just going to write out all of the values horizontally, like this. So we have 4 60s, then we have 2 90s, then 1 105, and then 3 120s. Alright, so the mean, or the average, would be adding all of these up and then dividing by 10, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 entries. So when you add them all together, you get 885 divided by 10 gives us 88.5. So that's the mean value. The median would be the middle value. So we have an even number here, but the two values in the middle are both 90. So the median is 90, and I'll write that the mean was 88.5. And the mode here will be whichever number is seen the most often. So 60 is going to be the mode because we have 4 girls that text for 60 minutes a day, which is the most. So there's our answers. Find the mean, median, and mode for the sample of boys. Alright, to save us a little time, I already wrote them all out horizontally. So the mean is going to be adding up all of these numbers and dividing by 10. When you add up all of the numbers, you get 405. And then when you divide by 10, which is the number of numbers, you get 40.5. The median is going to be the middle value. So when you line them all up from lowest to highest, we get 30 and 30 are both in the middle because there's an even number. So the median is 30 because you would just take the average of these two. And the average of 30 and 30 is 30. All right, and then our mode is going to be whichever number appears the most. But in this case, we have 2 modes, 30 and 60, because they both have 3 occurrences. So there's our answers. Now compare the two measures of center. Make a statement about the average time spent texting daily by 7th grade students. Well, on average, girls text for 48 minutes more a day than boys do. Use the dot plots to compare the two samples. Here are the first period scores of Miss M's math class, and here are the 8th period scores. Use the dot plots to find the measures of center. Alright, so we have 50, 60, 75, 75, 80, 80, 80, 85, 85, 95, 100, and 100. So when we add these all together, we get 965, and we divide by 12 because that's how many scores there are, and we get about 80.417. If we want to find the median, we just see which number is in the middle. So there's 12. So 6 in and 6 here. These are the two numbers in the middle, and the average of 80 and 80 is 80. And the mode is whichever number appears the most. And as we can see here, there's 3 scores that are all 80, so that is the mode. So those are our answers. The mean is about 80.417, the median was 80, and the mode is also 80. Use the dot plots to find the measures of center. Alright, so if we add all of these numbers together, we get 9, 10. And then we divide by 12 because that's how many scores there are, and we get an average of 75.83. Now the median is going to be whatever number's in the middle. So there's 12 scores, so we want the 6th score and the 7th score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're the 6th and 7th scores, the ones in the middle, are both 75, so the median is 75. The mode is whichever number appears the most, and that will also be 75 because there's 4 scores that have 75. So there we go. Now compare the two measures of center. Alright, so we have our mean, median, and mode for 1st period and 8th period. Write a statement comparing the averages of Miss M's 1st period class scores to her 8th period class scores. So the averages would be the mean, which is 80.4 versus 75.8. And we could say that the average from Miss M's 1st period class was about 5 points higher than her 8th period class.